Hello everyone, and welcome to Book Chats. I'm Holly DeSherry, a staff member with the Houston Public Library. In case you weren't aware, April is National Humor Month, first designated so in 1976 by Larry Wilde, an author, comedian, and director of the Carmel Institute of Humor. Why April? Well, obviously it ties in with April Fool's Day, but April is also Stress Awareness Month. So why not use the healing power of laughter to cure what ails you? I wonder if it's Stress Awareness Month because that's also when taxes are due. Well, yet another reason to read something humorous. Here are some titles to tickle your funny bone. And if it's no longer the month of April, still check them out because it's never a bad time for good books. My first title is Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, a hilarious book about the apocalypse. It's so popular, in fact, that I wasn't able to get a copy to show to you today because they're all checked out. It's just like what's foretold in the Book of Revelation, only the Antichrist has been misplaced, the four horsemen ride motorcycles, and the representatives of heaven and hell are trying to stop things because, well, they're rather fond of Earth. Published in 1990 and described as amiably zany by Booklist and hilariously naughty by Kirkus, Omens is a modern classic and has been adapted to radio and recently as an Amazon miniseries. This fast-paced, witty send-up of the tried-and-true fantasy trope of the chosen one, hidden amongst mere mortals, is bursting with quirky characters and witty dialogue and dark humor. A great read for those who love the absurdist humor of Douglas Adams' A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Charles Yu, author of How to Live Safely in a Science-Fictional Universe, and the recent National Book Award winner, Interior Chinatown. For many, Shakespeare is a bit intimidating. Flowery language, complicated plots, iambic pentameter, that whole exit pursued by a bear thing, but fear not. I have the perfect author to help readers realize how very silly Shakespeare can be. Christopher Moore. His Fool series is a brilliant mishmash of literary plate spinning and wacky shenanigans that range between wry observations on human foibles and just out-and-out silliness and potty humor. The first title introduces us to Pocket of Dog Snogging, a court jester, as he watches the events of King Lear unfold with much humor and some rather off-color jokes. The Serpent of Venice takes the insanity even further and combines Othello, Merchant of Venice, King Lear, and also a bit of Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, and there's a dragon. The third title is Shakespeare for Squirrels, and it mixes A Midsummer Night's Dream with a hard-boiled noir mystery when Pocket arrives in Arden Forest to discover Puck has been murdered. So definitely not for Shakespeare purists, but a must-read for fans of the bard who don't take themselves too seriously and can embrace the silly. And since the truth can sometimes be stranger or funnier than fiction, I have an awesome non-fiction title for you to check out. We have two biographical works of a couple of funny ladies, Allie Wong's Dear Girls and Mindy Kaling's Why Not Me? Wong, a writer on the long-running ABC show Fresh Off the Boat, launched herself into the stratosphere with her hugely popular Netflix comedy special, Baby Cobra, which she delivered while 8 months pregnant. Well, in Dear Girls, we have her writing various hilarious but also heartfelt letters to her daughters about taking pride in their Vietnamese heritage, work-life balance, and how she trapped their father into marriage. While Mindy Kaling, who first got her start with the beloved sitcom The Office, gifts us with a collection of essays that are insightful, deeply personal, and have just the right amount of Hollywood name-dropping and fully embraces the fact that don't we all sometimes feel like an awkward weirdo surrounded by far more glamorous people than us? And if you insist that you've never felt that way, well, Mindy Kaling probably hates you, and I hope you're okay with that. And for those who sigh and insist that history is totally boring, or maybe those who object to far too much focus on battlefields and the doings of men, I have Therese O'Neill's Unmentionable, The Victorian Lady's Guide to Sex, Marriage, and Manners, a book that removes any romantic notions about the time period and shows how delightfully weird and at times gross and even dangerous everyday life was for women during the Victorian era. Think arsenic-laced facial scrubs and doctors who had no clue about female anatomy. In the review, the New York Times declared that if the book didn't secure the Pulitzer Prize for most fascinating book ever, sadly not actually a thing, then the whole gig is rigged. With delightfully cheeky titles on such topics as public behavior, avoiding scorn, dangers and museums, and the treacherous art of bathing, you'll laugh, you'll cringe, you'll be grateful for indoor plumbing, and you may even learn something. Finally, because in addition to it being National Humor Month, it's also National Poetry Month. And I'd like to celebrate the works of Shel Silverstein. His poems, A Light in the Attic and Where the Sidewalk Ends, are true classics. Okay, technically this is a children's book, but that doesn't mean it's not funny. Discover or rediscover this wonderful world where sisters are for sale, crocodiles go to the dentist, and a king is defeated by a peanut butter sandwich. Indulge your inner child and lean into the absurdity. Got questions? Ask a friendly librarian through our chat services or a telephone reference. HPL is here for you. And if you want tips on what to read next, check our website. You can sign up for a custom book list, and a library staff member will send you a list of titles based on your likes and interests. How cool is that? Let us know in the comments if there are other titles that you wish us to feature on our new book chats. See you next time!